Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Ike and today we're continuing the World of Warcraft Hardcore series where I'm trying to take on the biggest challenge in World of Warcraft, which is not dying until level 60 at least. It is still official hardcore servers, Stitches to be precise. Psych and Heals is on the show. So we are currently together with a group here in the dungeon Warlord, and we're doing a quest run, which means we're doing quite a few quests. We don't have all of them, but I have 3 quests. Good enough for me. I'm going to get one more quest, I think, from the inside. Got a couple of shadow fragments. That's already a good start. We need to do Vile Tongue Corruption, which is my quest inside of the dungeon. And yeah, one other thing I should note is we are almost raid buffed. Got a Nyxia buff, got the nice little Zul'Farrak buff, got a Fire Festival buff on top of it. Big stamina, big Prey of Spirit from a level 60 character. So that's absolutely fantastic. Borderline overpowered, one would say. The thing is, the Grumblers here are dropping what we need, the Shadow Fragments. Got ourselves 8 out of 10. Eight out of 10 gems. Our tank is very good, I can already tell. Level 53, perfect, and a druid. And I'm the only plate user. Now just my shield needs to drop and maybe a little bit of plate mail. That would make a very, very good run for us. Good, we've solved the problem with the 2 cans here. Which was another quest, but I think I did not get that. Very good. That and this guy will make for a full quest. Very nice. Fantastic. First quest already done. We're soon going to get into the dungeon. Mostly when you go into the dungeon there is a teleportation which kind of gets you more than halfway in. So many people are using that for so-called princess runs, where you are just teleporting in the middle of the dungeon and then are essentially starting just a run for the end boss. Good, off we go, Maraudon. Ladies and gentlemen. It's a good dungeon, I really like it. Unfortunately, it's not being run that often, mainly because people either shortcut it with the princess runs that I was talking about, or people just feel it is too dangerous, which I don't think is true, by the way. It's just one of those dungeons where you need to watch your position a bit to not add too many enemies. And with that tank, for pretty much a while, I don't think that I will have a lot of jobs. I mean, even against the elite satyrs that deal a lot of damage, this guy is taking almost no damage. I'll give him a little bit more armor, just to make it even more tanky. Look at that. Stands in the middle of the pack. I need to do a small heal. As for the build, by the way, we've now moved all the way down to protection, so that's good. Which means any more protection, or sufficiently protected. We're going to go into healing now. And I was thinking about at least healing light and an improved version of the lay on hands. That would be good. And then it's a matter of how much do we have left. Definitely improved blessing of wisdom, because I'm using it very often in dungeon and out of dungeon. It's maybe the blessing that I use the most. And maybe some illumination for higher crit chances. And then we're out of points. For the level 6 spec, we're grinding ourselves. I think we're going to move spec into a proper healing spec. But for now, we're good. I'm surprised just how good our rings are. Sure, if I do have that amulet, it's potentially something that we can delete. I very much remember running this dungeon when Classic came out, back in the days, and these packs here were not to be underestimated. Satyrs are very hard to control, unless you go to Warlock. And just going into them, they were dealing quite a bit of damage. Of course, nowadays things are different. People are running the dungeons at higher levels. So naturally you take less damage overall. And people seem to be a little bit more adverse to crowd control. For whatever reason, they rather go to a dungeon a level higher and then just take the entire pack. Although they could do the same thing with more experience. just a level earlier or even 2 levels earlier. But yeah, that when I was playing the year mid-40s already and beginning of 50s, and then these packs are starting to hurt quite a bit. Armor. We're currently rocking 5,400 armor, 5,400 hit points. Oh man. Yeah, that gives of course an extra cushion. We were also not running dungeons with Warcraft, at least not regularly. Good, let's check the other quests. So, Wisdom Vines healed. That must be somewhere here. Don't remember all of the quests here. It's been a while since I've been in here for questing purposes. Alright, yeah, feel free to lead on. Other patrol is coming. I think that's the first pack where I ever needed to like cast more than 1 or 2 heals. And that was on a massive pack plus an ad. The tank is really good. Let's inspect that. Enchanted. Pretty sizable. Yep, reinforced armor. Nice. Look, overall, very, very nice equipment. No wonder that they are not taking any damage. Didn't even need to sit down and regenerate mana so far. We've been through almost the entire satyr section of the dungeon. 0, not a single drink. Good. Satyr boss. The Lord. Little shadow stalkers. Smoke bomb, multi-shot, and blink. I don't remember that any of that being a problem. Evasion, maybe. Good. Just for funsies. We're putting a blessing of light on him and see if people can heal themselves. They could have healed themselves if they would have attacked him. Agility and intellect, well... that's a hunter item if I've ever seen one. Orange part. Let's go. The violet part of the dungeon, aka the satyrs and devils, are over. Almost feel bad just how little I needed to do so far. The job of a healer is either super hard because things aren't going well and you need to be absolutely focused, or it's chilling and cruising along. Oh, wow. Lots of people are dying. We just said world buffs and people got super cocky, like literally after the world buffs. Let me show you that. Deathlock, okay? So, world buffs. Here. We got around 20 people that died since. And it's funny, sometimes the last words are just, I mean, you shouldn't laugh about it, but it is indeed funny. Let's see what we got while it's moving in. Hey, thanks. 1, which means ready. Thanks. Safeguard, I'm stunned. Oh, wow. Living poison. That, I think, is... Nextramus, unless I'm mistaken. So that level 60 died on the raid. Can you share any of the quests that I do not have? Just try to hit the share button. Alright, should have done that a bit before. We got that. Twisted Evils. Well, I got the important ones. If any of the others are finalizing, then that is good. Else there is no loss in it. We'll pause here until our row comes back. Alright, off we go. Waited for our rogue, who apparently DC. Good, time for us to move into, I think the green sector is the next one. Or the orange one. Whatever it is, it's another sector. I think she had a quest, if I'm not mistaken.
Is there trouble?
Potentially one of the quests that they shared with me, Legends of Maraudon, if I'm not mistaken. Where is it? Am I being stupid? Oh, I need to fill the vial. Okay, of course I'm being stupid. Very good, so that solves the vial part. We still need to heal a couple of vines, but that shouldn't be the biggest issue. Okay, they were looking for the next can. Good, we got 1, 2, 4. 1, 2 I missed. This is, I think, number 3. Good, getting a few crystals out of it. This is the gem of the 3rd can. Gem of the 4th can. I missed 1 and 2, I think. No, gem of the 2nd can. I did not miss number 2. Which means it's only down to gem of the 1st can that I missed. Okay. Interesting. Good, I assume that that is the cleansing. Yeah, it is. And people are not properly looting that, which is good for me because, boy, we need a lot of these carvings. Highly contested quest. So to this point, I still do not need to drink. That's how good the tank is. Very nice. So far it's going good. Let's look at the rest of the quests. So one is the collection quest, which, depending on how quick we are with the loot, we might even be able to finish. Then the other one is the vine cleansing, which we definitely will be able to finish because everybody needs it. Oh, I remember that part took a while, and these sludges you cannot stand in them because the poison is going to get you down. Unfortunately, I don't have a nature resist aura. Good. I got a nice little innovate. I got stacks of water, don't worry. Very good. Just loot up properly and you will be rewarded. Good, one of the others has already finished his looting quest, so it'll speed up for us now. Those guys. Oh, I remember them. Nasty little maggots. They have a stacking debuff with nature damage. I got that quest done. Boot up the maggots, please. So I can get cool items. Okay. Now almost everybody is done, except me. 19. But I should be fine. Maggots. There we go. They didn't even need my help. Yeah. Alright, the one thing that the maggots do phenomenally well is spread their poison. Yeah, that's one of the dungeons where a shaman has a clear advantage. Poison cleansing totem will make this here trivial. Part of me almost wishes that the rogue would not stand in the middle of these maggots, because healing them is costing way more mana than just waiting for the tank to kill them. Alright, ready. Let's go. Trinket. Removes 1 poison effect. And 10 nature resists. Better than my trinket, so I'll just take it. Good, we have a poison removal, yet another one. Which is bad.
I'm still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
What's the cooldown? 5 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad. And it's 10 nature resists, which the passive in itself is always active. XP wise, not bad either, 25% so far, and we haven't even traded in any quests. Getting some more buff food because clearly we aren't buffed enough at the moment. Good. In terms of quests, let's see. Complete. Legends of Maraudon we still need to do. I think that is where the cans come into play. Not sure if I will be able to complete that because I'm missing the first jewel. Yep, there's Razor Lash. A plant boss. Good, afterwards I think we can go this way and come to the main dungeon. Cloth sandals, congratulations. And that one looks good. Strength, stamina. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. One of the last mail pieces that I had. Getting up to 5,500 armor now. I'll just delete a couple of the items which I don't think that we'll ever use. We'll pop the potion. I'm being interrupted, which sucks a little bit. There's the last can. There's the gem. The Pariah's instruction. No, we don't have that quest. Mana. Very good. Thank you for the innovate. That just fills me up completely. Gem of the first Khan is missing. I think we're just going to delete the gems, to be fair. Good, this is where we find the corrupted Cenarian. Well, I think we see end boss here, and from there we go to the like actual section. Gnome has no problems, is in the water here, makes him drown. And yeah, that is the cursed. Comes with his little treants, Celebras. That didn't really help him a lot. Fist weapon, okay, cool. Good job. I think there aren't a lot of fist weapons around. But both of the rogues did want the fist weapon. Do we need to loot anything here? No. Where did I get the rod? Must have missed that. Okay, didn't have the quest when we did the Satyr boss. Doesn't matter, not that problematic. With that scepter, you can basically teleport into Maraudon here, which is important for the princess runs, but here's the thing, like, it's a little bit of experience that we're missing. The scepter is nice as a key, because you can teleport into that section. But other than that, it's really whatever, because we are potentially doing Maraudon like maybe 1 or 2 more times. If we even do it that often. If the shield drops this run, then we're potentially not doing it at all. It's a pretty nice shield with the goblin, a little bit deeper in the dungeon. Yeah, that's the part where most of the Maraudon runs that skip all of the other stuff are starting. Basically they skip like 40-50 minutes and are doing princess runs only. Relatively high level for the dungeon, not over level, but relatively high level. If you match the end boss in level, then typically you are relatively high in level.
Can't cast that yet. That's still be charging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still be charging.
These Rumblers, for instance, are typically an absolute hardcore pack. If you don't have a good tank, they are dealing a lot of damage, but with our current tank, not a problem at all. Barely breaking into a sweat here. These guys are silencing, so we're not going to stand right next to anyone. Good. I'll just drink up once these guys are fighting. Fortunately, I don't have a heal over time like a renew. Elsewise, with that tank, I could just pop it onto the tank and we would be good. I need the shield. Let's do him. Alright. Fingers crossed, I want that shield. It has a nice mana regeneration on it. And very, very good defensive values, if I recall correctly. Very nice. Wow. My healing really starts to pop off. And I'm not even fully heal spec'd. I mean, I do have a couple of hard points. Imagine if I get good plus healing gear, and good mana regeneration gear. Oh, it's going to be crazy. Cool part about dungeons is it never feels like long. You're always like going through them. there's a continuous flow of action happening, and the experience is more than decent. If you get quests on top of it, it's actually quite good. Like, we're 30% in, and we're not even done with the run. Plus, there are no quests traded in at this point. Yep, that was a double pack. 0 crowd control, just straight up healed through it.
Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
And like 4 of these dinosaurs by themselves should already be a bit of a problem. And I told you just how much the stone guys were an issue, or are supposed to be an issue. So both together are a massive issue. But our tank did it very well, and thanks to them, he made me look good at healing.
I need to get closer.
Okay, well. Starting the boss. That's good. Fine by me. Let's go. Come on, shield. Come on, shield. Come on, shield. Come. Yes. So, yeah. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at our new bad boy of a shield. That is great. So, for starters, solid armor upgrade to what we're having. Stamina, intellect, both of the skills that we desperately need. And on top of that, we're getting some really nice mana regeneration. Bam, there we go, shield equip. And not only that, look at that bad boy. It's a disc that is continuously spinning. Nice. Alright, I like it. I think I was never happier to see that shield drop than this time. It's the only time that I actually took that shield. Or that I needed that shield. I think when I was here with my shaman once. I mean, look, we got 25 mana restoration automatically, but now we got 4 on top of that. And the mana per 5 that should not be underestimated. It's actually really, really good. If you have enough mana, then that means all of the spells, that mana regeneration happens even if you're in the middle of a cast, right? So say, for instance, this here is 70 mana. If I would have 70 mana per 5 seconds, and not even that, less than that, because some of the spirit still works even when you're casting. Even if I had less than that, we would already have the full mana for cast, and that means I could, as often as I want, cast that. And that is really strong, because if the healer doesn't go out of mana, oftentimes you find yourself in that awkward position where both sides are heavily exhausted. Like, you're out of breath, all cooldowns out, no mana, but the enemy is as well. Main cooldowns taken, and to somehow hang on by a thread. Not by a thread, but you notice enemy maybe also out of mana, main cooldowns gone, ads are already down. Those situations is where the sustain comes in. And for healers, besides plus healing, obviously, it's one of the main stats. Just being able to continue with their regeneration. One of our friends just leveled. That's good. I am happy for him. We're going to see a double giant. Please don't be pushed off the ledge here. We're going to do the prince now, which indeed is a 5-corner ledge. There we go, landslide. Backs to the wall. There's a massive earthquake, but with that tank, it's barely even noticeable. Cloudstone held offhand, don't need that, thank you. But I'm still getting it. I mean, look, Cloudstone isn't bad, okay? But 10 intellect in spirit and 10 arcane resist, or I have 2000 armor, 5 stamina, 10 int, and mana regeneration. Nope. Not even a question.
I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still charging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Yeah, if the AoE damage isn't there, we just gotta heal through it. There we go, mage is finally coming. Trying to keep my inventory somewhat clean. Holy smokes, we get a lot of loot. But that's not a bad thing. Good, off we go to the princess. The princess is an interesting one. She's kind of the boss here and the hardest encounter. Has a lot of good drops, specifically is being run for a ring that the melee DPS love. Has crit and hit chance and is super good. Which is why you very regularly see these runs happen. Anyways, she does have an aggro reset mechanic. She's going to pound the ground, and dust is going to come up. Some people say it looks like she's letting one rip. But that's, of course, evil hearsay. She would never do such a thing. She's a lady, as you will see in a second. Anyways, she... whenever she lets run rip or pounds the ground, whatever you want to call it, she is going to reset aggro, and that is not too nice, because all of a sudden the two rogues will need to be very careful, because not only is she strong, she also hits hard, like very hard. This is one of the situations that I mentioned earlier. Everybody is sort of out of mana, but I still have enough to do small heals here and there. Rogues, please watch your threat. The big giants should not protect you. The only reason why that was close, by the way, and this kind of shows how important it is to not F it up, is because I dumped more than half of my heals, way more than half of my heals, into both of the rogues. And really that is unnecessary if you think about it. Because here's the deal. You do have a tank who's taking so much less damage than the rogues. And if I then need to go round robin, one for the tank and one for each rogue, not only is that reducing the healing that the tank gets by a third, but the rogues also have a fraction of the tank's defense. It was better than the last time, but still not like phenomenal. Good, there she is, beautiful as ever, with her little high heels. Ready? was my bad. I should have cleansed the fear. But he was out of range before it even happened. Running over to the tank. There we go. I realized I couldn't even cleanse the fear. That's the attack power ring. Nice one. Good job. Two-handed hammer. That actually is quite nice. Our current weapon has around 40 DPS, and here we're looking at nearly 50 DPS. Also, wounding the target for more damage and lower the armor is good. Plus the weapon looks badass. You can say what you want, but that is a nice hammer. There is the massive alligator. Rogues want him because of boots, I think, if I recall correctly. I'm already happy with what I've got, and I got a two-hand weapon out of it, which is a nice little bonus. The two-hand weapon essentially allows me to level faster. There you go, rogue loot all day long. Yes. Good, off we go to Ironforge, and that's the end of today's episode. It was a fun run. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of Maraudon to keep the spirits high. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one, and see you soon. Bye bye.